Oh my god, guys, there's this game called Kirby's Epic Yarn. It's so amazing. I am getting really sick of people talking about Kirby's Epic Yarn, the greatest thing ever, and if you dare give it anything less than a 9 or a 10, you are a jerk who hates fun. My god, Nintendo fanboys are on the fucking loose right now, and it is driving me nuts. It's Kirby's Epic Yarn. Oh, this game is amazing. And this one site gave it a 7, and oh my god, they just did not appreciate fun as much as they should have. Nintendo fanboys, I don't know how they manage to convince themselves that everything that they enjoy is that amazing. Take, for example, Nintendogs. Hell yes, I'm going to go there. It is, the Tamagotchi where you get to use the stylus and you can pet the dog's nose. Oh boy, 10 out of 10. What the hell, are you retarded or something? That is really what I was thinking the entire time. It's like, okay, this might be amazing for 5-year-old girls. Perhaps the gameplay is there. But all of you fuckers out there on the internet that are trying to convince yourselves that this is the key point in proving that Nintendo is the most amazing company and innovation ever. People using Nintendogs is like a leading title on the Nintendo DS to finally prove to everyone that, like the PSP is not nearly as great and all of that. Perhaps that's true, but Nintendogs is not a fucking good example. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. And it's so weird. It's like Nintendo fanboys, and yes, I'm saying Nintendo fanboys even though I pretty much like all companies in some regards and then dislike them in other regards, and I wouldn't even say that Nintendo is on the bottom of my list either. Definitely not. There are some companies that piss me off. Even Sony has some stances on things that I hate, even though I enjoy their video game system and I own their TV. So let's not throw in the bias card here. I get annoyed by fanboyism on all the different systems. We're just talking about Nintendo here. Yeah, this Nintendogs is amazing. And then everyone just pretty much forgot or pretended that never existed like 6 months later when they realized that that game was boring as hell. If you were not a 5-year-old girl or even boy, whatever. Let's not throw gender into this necessarily. Yeah, this is kind of coming back with Kirby's Epic Yarn. Now, granted, Kirby's Epic Yarn is more of a game, and kind of in quotations there, but I am sure as hell that all of you understand what the hell I am trying to say by that. It is more of a gamer's game than Nintendogs was. It's less of a novelty. However, what the hell is Kirby's Epic Yarn? Did you know that yarn is it also means story in archaic English? And isn't that so clever? Holy shit. You know what drives me bonkers about this is everyone is pretending like this art style is the most amazing thing ever, and oh my god, the graphics and the art, it's like walking into my grandmother's room while drunk. It's so amazing. Yes, it's cool. Yes, I appreciate it on a higher level, being that most games do not typically aim for this style of art. However, who the hell are all of you trying to kid? I know full well that the majority of the people out there who are flipping out about how amazing this game looks, I know this is not fully within your sensibilities. You are not your grandmother. You do not care that much about games that look like this. It seems like everyone's kind of bandwagoning on this. I look at my, because it's the closest to me, my Xbox 360 collection. You want to know which games there have great art styles and just fantastic imagery and everything else? Pretty much every freaking one of them. This is the newest age of games where if you want to compete, unless you're Nipponichi Software or something, you have badass great visuals. Now Kirby, it's a little more fluffy and happy toned and everything, and so that is the artistic style that they were going for. But you know what? All of these other games that we're playing, Final Fantasy 13, the one that everyone hates, fantastic freaking visuals. Let's shut up about the visuals. I'm playing Castle. Yeah. Here's another thing that kind of twists my cookie or whatever. The Kirby art visuals are something that I am pretty sure that I could reproduce myself. I could go into Photoshop and make Bowser eating, I don't know, whatever, and it would have fantastic Yarn visuals. I am pretty sure I could do it. However, you take something that's kind of getting the shaft, like, it's generic God of War copy shit, like, Castlevania Lords of Shadows, which I've been playing lately. Fantastic, amazing visuals, just gigantic structures and architecture and enemies. Yes, it's kind of on, it's playing on the God of War note, and I know a lot of people will be annoyed with me repeating that over and over, but you know what? Amazing visuals. Just as amazing, if not more, than Kirby's Epic Yarn, except Kirby's Epic Yarn is on a Nintendo system. It is made by Nintendo, actually, so on and so forth. And so it gets this bizarre free pass where the art, it's nice, it's pleasant, not blowing me away or blowing anyone away, but, it's kind of feel good. And it's unique and therefore getting a couple extra points there. Now people are just claiming that it is the greatest thing ever. It really is not. Moving on, the gameplay. The gameplay in that game is non-existent. Everyone is being pretty much reduced to being 7-year-olds with this, oh, it's so cute. Oh, did you know that you can lash yourself off? And you pull on the little ring and then the stage moves towards you, and it's like, wow. There are novelties like that in every game. That is not what gives you a 10 out of 10. Kirby's Epic Yarn here is basically bumper bowling, except you happen to wander down like a more pink-oriented aisle in the middle of Joann's or Michael's or something. The gameplay it represents something that pisses me off, and I don't really understand why people are giving it such a free pass, because there is no gameplay. It's just basically walking around collecting some gems and then moving on, and it's like, oh, well, if you really want to give yourself a challenge, try to collect them all. No thanks. Kirby's Epic Yarn, most of those levels are not really challenging. They're mainly just a test of your patience and whether or not you can wait for the enemy that does not attack you to waddle away so that you can cleanly jump over him, or throw your yarn ball that you created by sucking in or lashing in an enemy or whatever. There is not that much in the form of challenge, and trying to create these artificial challenges by 100%ing everything, that's not fun. Walking around and collecting generic ass shit is not that fun. Every game does this. Kirby doing it, not that exciting. And here's another thing. New Super Mario Bros. Wii and Metroid Other M. Both games that I consider fantastic, so do not get on my case once again about me being a fanboy or whatever in this video. I'm sure my regular subscribers will understand this, but for you drifters who are just checking this out, I thought those were very good games. However, you know what the main criticism of Nintendo fans for those games were? Oh, they're too easy. Oh, in Metroid Other M, you can keep hitting the D-pad over and block that way, and okay, acceptable criticism, but what the hell? Why is everyone giving Kirby's Epic Yarn the free pass here? I am going to tell you, and I don't know how everyone will react to this, but I think that the people who are loving this game, the people who authentically love this thing, I'm sure there are a few people who either rented this or bought this because, they like Kirby. It's a game that's playable. They played through it. Perhaps they kind of lied to themselves and told them that it was better than it was, or they just thought it was an average game. But the thing about this game, and getting back to what I hate about the direction of some new games, is that this game is as inoffensive and boring as possible while still having somewhat decent controls. That is the thing. People are drifting towards a direction where all they want is something that is incredibly safe, that they are already familiar with. Take, for example, Pokemon. Now, there are some good mechanics for Pokemon. However, they keep rehashing that thing, maybe adding a little bit more, but it's still all very safe. But that's not even the best example. Take World of Warcraft, the thing that 7 million people are playing, or whatever the hell that large number is. What the hell is the appeal to World of Warcraft? You're getting your social element in right there. No, you're doing exactly the same thing over and over. People are raiding the same dungeons over and over. They get over that hump in learning what needs to be done, and then they just repetitively do the same thing over and over for absolutely no purpose. They give themselves this sort of like pie in the sky objective. Oh, someday I'm going to be the strongest, even though some expansion will come around and no one's ever really the strongest unless you are an unhealthy moron who throws away your life. You cannot actually compete on that level. It is that right here. However, Kirby is even more safe. This amazing artistic style that is so innovative and everything. Yes, kind of innovative, and I'll even give it that the game has good music. It's pleasant, soft music. However, this visual style is the most inoffensive, most easy to get into art style I have ever seen. It is very simplistic. It reminds you of Christmas with Grandma and all of that. This is not that challenging visually or any way else. This is the most easy walk in the park here, let's rub this dog's belly type of game I have ever seen. There is nothing at all that is challenging or even particularly interesting. There are some hints at decent level design, but Kirby, as he has been in a lot of his games, especially the Squeak Squad or whatever on the DS, a little overpowered, and you just walk along, and that's all you do in this game. If you want to platinum the levels, oh, you might have to spend a little more time, but it is not difficult video gaming challenge. So let me know what you guys think about this. I've probably just offended half my subscribers. Let's get away from that. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. This is mainly just a stream of consciousness in which I wish to be proven wrong, actually, because I'd like to understand what it is that everyone enjoys about this game. But I mean, I guess if you're into, you know, rolling around in the grass, you know, chasing squirrels with your pup, you know, other non-challenging things like swinging a net around to like collect fireflies, you know, maybe this game is for you. Thanks for watching.